Hello, wrestling fans. This is the voice of Wrestling Fans United and Fantasy Warfare. I am Robert Evans, and it is around almost 5:30 in the morning. I'm getting ready for work because, believe it or not, I actually do have a job. I just do Wrestling Fans United on the side, and because I'm a welder. And so when I'm welding, I always have these ideas running through my head because I want to be a story writer for either WWE or whoever. And I always have these ideas, and I posted a couple things on Facebook about a John Cena heel turn, and I've had a couple ideas for certain things. Yesterday I was talking about how Mojo Rawley could be like the next Ultimate Warrior, and with a lot of people talking about the second coming of certain wrestlers, it kind of got me thinking. And with a lot of the fans today wanting the Attitude Era back, I am going to now do a how WWE should book. I've seen a few of these from What Culture Wrestling, and they are the best at it, but I'm wanting to try and take my hand and give you guys an idea and challenge WWE to do it better. Basically, here's how I think the WWE should book the second coming or a second Attitude Era. Basically, what's going to happen is, since Dean Ambrose just lost his Intercontinental Championship, it's going to start like that. Dean Ambrose lost his Intercontinental Championship, and then it is set for him to be without a title at going into Fastlane against Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. Dean Ambrose, being like Stone Cold Steve Austin, will win the triple threat match, go on to WrestleMania. Him and Triple H, Dean Ambrose and Triple H will have an epic match. Back and forth throughout the match. Triple H will hit Dean Ambrose with a couple pedigrees. Dean Ambrose will hit Triple H with a couple dirty deeds. But Dean Ambrose eventually getting the win. And then the era of Dean Ambrose will begin. And then as that goes on, with Roman Reigns losing the triple threat, Brock Lesnar's getting older, he's wanting to retire, so he kind of rides off into the sunset, doing what he was supposed to be doing. Roman Reigns is getting tired of constantly getting kind of, pushed away, so him being like The Rock, or being related to The Rock, he does what The Rock did back in the Attitude Era, and that is, he goes and joins the Authority, which is unheard of. He joins the Authority. Dean Ambrose being like Stone Cold, he's raising hell everywhere. He's pissing off the boss. The boss is mad because not only did he lose his title, but some guy that isn't supposed to be fit to be a champion, if that sounds familiar, ends up being champion. Roman Reigns joins the Authority, turning his back on Dean Ambrose and selling his soul basically to try and become champion. Seth Rollins, he'll end up healing. He comes back, sees what's going on. He doesn't like it at all. So he ends up leaving the Authority behind and starts to kind of rebel against everything that they are. Dolph Ziggler will end up getting kind of upset, and in my opinion deserves a huge push, but will be a little upset because he won't be getting, he's not getting recognized as one of the great talents. And so him and Seth Rollins end up kind of teaming up and forming their own version of D-Generation X. And so now you've got Dean Ambrose as champion, kind of like Stone Cold. You've got Roman Reigns, kind of like The Rock, with the Authority or the Corporation. And then you've got Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler as the second coming of Triple H and Shawn Michaels with the Generation X. And then that with those guys doing that, and if you put them in the right storylines, you can have a second Attitude Era. You can get rid of the PG. Now, I'm not saying that I want girls to be wrestling in mud, and I don't want to see bra and panties matches, and I don't want to see vulgarity. All I want to see is amazing storylines with amazing wrestling. And if you just add a little bit of attitude, add a little bit of angst, add a little bit of aggression, mix the Attitude Era with the Ruthless Aggression Era, and you will have some of the greatest wrestling moments in the history. And that's all that they're missing. That's all that they need. So that's basically how I pictured, I pictured the second coming of the Attitude Era. Tell me what you guys think. I have to actually get going because it is getting close for me to be getting ready for work. Tell me what you guys think. Put your comments in the box. Follow me on Twitter, or follow WFU on Twitter at WFU Wrestling, or at the Rob White. We're gonna end up having a new show tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday, so look out for that. That's WFU Fantasy Warfare. We will be having a tournament to host for the #1 contender to face Shawn Michaels next week for the WFU Undisputed Championship. All that and more. I'll have more details. Just tune in, and I'll see you guys later.